And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about it.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Now here are the Seahawks in great shape to start their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there.
On the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players and one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Andrews. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. And his kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Back to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On play action, they'll throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off around the 37.
That's certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Andrews out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. To throw is Andrews. To throw on 2nd down. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. Here's Andrews on 1st down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Andrews. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bowman.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on third down, the pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Uses the stiff arm. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And the Seahawks defense working their way back out onto the field. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive, Andrews. Now he'll go deep down the middle. They got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Bilal Nichols drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down. Nothing after one on EA Sports.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the fourth down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That catch good for only a couple.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run the ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. They try the fake field goal. It doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On second down, Taylor. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Taylor to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Flush to his right. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
To throw is Taylor. Touchdown, Seahawks. Auden Tate, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. They go play action now. Lawrence.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
But to throw again is Lawrence. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On 1st down, Terry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. He's got it complete to Thompson. A nice little juke. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Terry, and he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Throwing right, and that's complete.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Terry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
From the red zone now, here's Taylor on 1st down. It's brought in left side by Tate. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Taylor. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Auden Tate ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 17-3. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Taylor's throw pulled in by Tate. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Here's Taylor to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Taylor. He'll rifle this one deep right side. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 48 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Lawrence. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So
So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sport. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
They'll contain him to just 4, second down. Taylor will throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Taylor. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Tate. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Taylor looking for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Throwing again, it's Taylor. He's got his man. This is Tate. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Taylor. Another catch for Tate. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Taylor will throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead will be cut down to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. A solid first half for him, and so far a good start to the second half.
And I'm going to try not to go overboard with praise here, but I can't help it. He is playing so well. Really accurate with the ball, finding guys open downfield, and finding the end zone 3 times. That'll help offset the 1 interception.
Absolutely. Just that one pick with the 3 touchdowns so far.
Let's go! He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Now Taylor on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Now Lawrence. Got a man. It's Johnson. End zone for a Denver touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd? And they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up, and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Throw left side complete. That's Thompson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A little juke. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Coming up on 2nd and 7. To throw is Taylor. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Lawrence. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 53. Butker's kick here is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30, up to the 33. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Taylor. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, it's Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw again is Taylor. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Terry. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. 7 yards to pick up there. Working with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He can't get him down. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. The Broncos on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Butker's kick here is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big body.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Marcus Davenport bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now it's Taylor. He gets it left side to Johnson. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackler.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's Taylor. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Terry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 3rd down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Taylor to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Taylor. He completes it to Tate.
Let's go.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
From the red zone now, here's Taylor on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Taylor. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tate there to make the grab. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So an important drive for them there. They're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a 1-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only one score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now.
Extra point attempt to come here. And with that, the lead is up to 8. A 10-play drive that time. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The football going back over to the Denver Broncos. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter, and just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Now Lawrence on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Pushes him over. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. On 1st down, Lawrence. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 15. Lawrence. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here.
And they've got a fourth down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here. Fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Terry. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, it's Terry. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So the Broncos now down by 8, 1:40 remaining. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back to throw. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. He's back to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He'll look to throw. 20. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19.
We play to win. Let's go.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end.